Hey everybody, happy holidays. Mark Kazi here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday's New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. This is a big, great week packed with lots of exciting books. Really stoked about a lot of things coming out this week. Let's start with the DC guys, because this is Metal number 4 in its shininess, in its metalness. This is one everybody's been waiting for. This, along with Doomsday Clock and a million other DC things, are some of the hottest books in comics. 1 through 3 are totally sold out, so I hope you're all caught up to this week's number 4. Really, really cool stuff going on with that. One of the biggest books out there. Speaking of biggest books out there, I'm always saying it's a big week for this guy. This is your newest issue of Batman. Can't say enough about what's going on in this title. I know you're already reading it. Everybody's already reading it. But if you're one of the 3 people that's not reading Batman right now, one of you indie guys or whatever your reason is, grab the latest issue of Batman, because this book is just a whole lot of fun. Can't say enough about that. Or this one. How about some Batman TMNT? This is the 2nd volume. We've got the trade for the 1st volume. This is issue number 2. We've got the other issue in stock. If you're a Turtles fan, Bat fan, you definitely want to get up on that. Batwoman and Nightwing, one of my favorite Bat characters, along with Harley Quinn, one of your favorite Bat characters, rounds out all your Bat stuff for the week. This is your especially cool Charles Dickens Harley Quinn issue. Cool stuff there. Superman. Been talking a lot about the super books these days. This is part 1 of a crossover going on with Super Sons. This is part 2 of the aforementioned crossover. Like I said, been talking a lot about the super books. Action is one of the hottest books out there. Superman, Super Son, Supergirl. I'm a huge Superman fan, as everybody knows. It's a great time to be a super fan. Justice League. Also one of the biggest books in comics. Also one of the best books out there. Also with an especially cool Batman cover this week. And Wonder Woman too, for that matter. Speaking of Batman and Wonder Woman, there's your Trinity book. Also a lot of fun. This one might be flying under your radar with all the other great stuff going on, but if you're a Justice League fan or a fan of any of these 3 characters, grab that first trade paperback and catch up to the recent issue, because this book's been really solid. Green Lanterns. It's your Lanterns book of the week. Also a red hot title. Aquaman. Enjoying some Justice League movie renaissance. You know, if you're one of those people that's still holding on to old jokes about Aquaman, you really need to let that go. You need to read some New 52, you need to read some Rebirth Aquaman. If nothing else, these covers are really, really great. It's a very solid book. Injustice is your out-of-continuity video game tie-in book of the week. And Bombshells United is your other extracurricular DCU book. Lots of fun from those guys. And boy, what a great week for Marvel. Been waiting a long time to talk about this book. This is Marvel 2-in-1 number 1. Can read more about this one in our newsletter. Can't say enough about how excited I am about this book. Love me some ever-loving Blue-Eyed Thing. Love me some Fantastic Four. Love me some team-up books. Again, couldn't be more excited about this title. Jim Cheung, I mean, come on. Awesome, awesome book right there. And speaking of awesome, here's another couple of my all-time favorite guys. This is Tales of Suspense number 1. It's only going to run a little bit. It's a mini. This is a little team-up between Hawkeye and Winter Soldier. Told you I love me some team-up books. Love me some Hawkeye and some Winter Soldier. Black Widow, well, it's about Black Widow. Good stuff. Uncanny Avengers, with another one of my favorites, Scarlet Witch, right there on the cover. This title also might be flying under your radar. This might be the last issue of the run. So pick up this one and see what all the buzz was about. Champions by my main man Mark Waid. This rounds out your Avengers Champions crossover that's been going on. Love anything with the Falcon in it. And I've been saying what a great time it is to be an X-fan. This is X-Men Gold with Nightcrawler, one of a lot of people's favorite X-Men right there on the cover. And X-Men Grand Design. There's a big old double-sized super bonus book about the history of the X-Men. If you're a new fan, you may want to check this out. If you're an old school fan like me, you want to grab this and reminisce some of your favorite X stories from days gone by. Old Man Logan, your Wolverine book of the week, along with Deadpool versus Old Man Logan, because you guys can't get enough of either one of these guys. Told you I love team-up books. Generation X rounds out your X books for the week. Also, big book for Spidey. Big week for Spidey, I mean. This is the new issue of Venom. This is what's crossing over between, well, Venom and Amazing Spider-Man. Hope you grabbed that Venom Inc. Alpha one-shot. Snuck by a few people, but we got a couple copies left if you need one. Everybody's digging Venom these days. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Teaming up with Black Panther this time. Black Panther is about to be Marvel's newest big movie star. And Spider-Gwen rounds out your Spider books for the week. Also a little bit of Venom going on in this title. Fun stuff. Mighty Thor, Miss Marvel, and America round out your Ladies of the Marvel Universe books for the week. Everybody's digging all three of those titles. The Defenders is your Netflix book of the week. Dig me some Defenders, dig anything with the Kingpin in it. Doctor Strange, continuing the Loki as the Master of the Mystic Arts run. If you really hope you picked up the previous two issues to this. If you haven't, grab the reprint to the last two and grab this one, because, well, what's more interesting than Loki as the Master of the Mystic Arts? Luke Cage is your other TV star book of the week. Cool cover on this book. And Guardians of the Galaxy is your movie star book of the week. Everybody loves Rocket. The Incredible Hulk continues the Marvel Legacy stuff, the Return to Planet Hulk. This book doesn't need a whole lot of hype. Everybody's already reading that one. Monsters Unleashed starts a new story arc and rounds out all your Marvel Universe proper stuff. But there's always more Marvel to talk about, like this guy. It's your latest issue of Poe Dameron. You might remember him from Star Wars Episode 8. Is that a spoiler? I think everybody knows Poe Dameron's in the new movie, right? And Dr. Aphra. It is not a spoiler that she is not in Episode 8, but we hope to see her in one of the movies at some point, because her and her two evil droids are really awesome. Been encouraging you guys to check out the line of Star Wars books, though like the Hulk, doesn't really need much hype, because everybody's already doing it. What a huge week for my friends at Dark Horse. I don't really say enough about the awesome job Dark Horse does with everything, but I talk a lot about this guy. This is a new issue of Hellboy. This is your Christmas special, because nothing says Christmas like Hellboy. I'm not German, so I'm not going to ruin that word by trying to pronounce it. Good stuff. Joe Golem is your other Mike Mignola book for the week. Doesn't really have much to do with Hellboy, but I'm always talking up anything Mike Mignola because he's awesome. Angel is my Whedonverse book of the week. You all know I love some Angel. I myself am a vampire with a soul. Sherlock Frankenstein is your Black Hammer tie-in book for the week. If you don't know what Black Hammer is, you really got to pick up the 2 trade paperbacks. Yes, Volume 2 is out today also. Grab the 2 trades for Black Hammer. It's really one of the best superhero titles out there, and this book is about his main villain. So turn yourself on to one of the best books out there these days. And Tomb Raider. It's another fantastic license that Dark Horse does and has always done a great job with. One of the great female characters of comics and games and everything else. And Wonder Woman Conan is your DC Dark Horse crossover book of the week. Can't say enough about how awesome this title is. I hope you picked up the other 3 because they're pretty much sold out. But, I mean, the book's just as good as the title. Super, super cool stuff. And a good week for the Image guys. This is your next to last issue of Invincible, done by a guy named Robert Kirkman. Maybe you've heard of him. This is his superhero book. He dubs it, what, the best superhero comic in the universe. And that one will be wrapping up very soon. And Curse Words, holiday special, because nothing says holiday special like curse words. Good stuff for the Image guys. Vampirella is my Dynamite book of the week. This is your steampunk Vampirella. Good stuff. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is your Boom Studios book of the week, because you guys love the MMPR. Rom and the Micronauts is one of my IDW books of the week, because if you're 100 years old like I am, you just can't get enough of Rom, Space Knight. If you don't know who Rom's Space Knight is and you don't know who the Micronauts are, you should really grab this book. Because like Dark Horse and Dynamite, IDW does a great job with their licensed property stuff. Star Trek New Visions, speaking of licensed property stuff and IDW, is done by my all-time favorite guy, John Byrne. And this is a photo book. He's taken episodes of the original series and spliced them into new and interesting comics, because John Byrne's super awesome like that. Great stuff. Betty and Veronica Vixens is my Archie book of the week. But I'll talk a little more about that when we get to the all ages stuff. This is Betty and Veronica starting a biker gang. And as silly as that sounds, it's actually really awesome, just like everything else Archie's doing these days. If you listen to the podcast, if you watch this video, you know I talk about Archie all the time and how they're knocking it out of the park right now. If you don't have an Archie book on your list, you're really missing out. Really great stuff. Dark Ark is another book you might be missing out on. Can't say enough about this title. Around here at Black Cat, we've all gone nuts for this book. We've got the first 3 issues in stock. This is number 4. Don't want to say too much about it, except that you really got to read this. It's a really interesting concept, something we've never seen in comics before, which I don't get to say very often. Grab that first issue and check that out. The Powerpuff Girls. It's one of my all-ages books for the week because I love the mighty PPG. And Your Pal Archie. It's my other all-ages book of the week because, yes, I talk about Archie every chance I get. Yes, they still do their all-ages stuff along with everything else that they're doing. Tons and tons of fun. Love me some Archie stuff. Lots and lots of great books this week, so check those shipping lists. Make sure you get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. That's all we got for you for this week. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us at blackcatcomics.biz. You can listen to our podcast at soundcloud.com. You can check out these videos that are on our YouTube channel, or just get on down here to Rockin' Milpitas. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Everything should be on time next week, but you might want to check our Facebook page if there's any last-minute changes, because things with shipping get awfully crazy this time of year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.